We are back on the ML Sports Platter, one of my favorites to bring onto the show, NHL on TNT studio host Liam McHugh. It's all brought to you by Burn Dairy and Arc of Onondaga. Make sure you donate to that great group at arcon.org. That's ARCON.org, and find out more about all the great things that Arc of Onondaga does in and around Central New York. Liam, welcome aboard. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. It's a great time to talk to you, especially with that hat that you're wearing right
Yeah.
now, and things looking good.
See, I knew, you know where I'm always leading no matter what. It could be basement, it could be middle, it could be one win from the playoffs, but I'm always going to the swords. You know where I'm going to lead off. Listen, same head coach, same assistants, same players, same everything. They go from the basement to where they are now as we record this. I mean, it looks like maybe this is sustainable. This is over a quarter of a season. The stars are coming out. They're all bought in. Dare I say the word culture. The power play, the pen kill. They got grinders. This did come from Mars, though. Come on, Liam. This is the same team with everybody here. This stuff doesn't happen, man. I mean, how do you explain this? How have people in the hockey community in your corners, how would they explain this? This is insane.
It's difficult, all right, because it's not like replacing Kevin Adams with Jarmo Kekalainen is going to directly impact the play on the ice. Or at least it shouldn't, right? I mean, it shouldn't. He's not head coaching. It's overhead leadership. I think you get a little bit of a bump at first just from the guilt that players feel if you have a relationship, but that doesn't last like this has lasted. It just doesn't. Culture is a big word, and I think it's something we've been looking for with the Sabres for years because talent has been there, the scoring ability has been there, but culture is not. And whenever we'd watch a Sabres game in studio, we'd sit there and say, "All right, that's some sizzle, that's some flash, but just not hard to play against in the long run. Puck battles, they just don't win them. It feels like the determination isn't there, and if things go bad, they just spiral. This team seems to have overcome that in some way. They have players that have extreme confidence that if they get down in a game, they can come right back and score. Now, they should be confident in their scoring ability. That's been there for a while. But they have the ability now to fight in those tight moments in games where, and this is strange for Sabres fans, where they're getting outplayed. They are working hard enough to steal those games.
Yeah.
They're getting very good goaltending. And that solves a lot of your problems. But winning games that they shouldn't win is something that the Sabres did not do for a long time. They tried to outscore their problems. They are grinding away some of their problems. And I don't, I think it's sustainable, but I've been in this seat before, and I've told you I thought this team was going to make the playoffs a bunch of times.
I know.
This feels different. It's just going to be dicey simply based on the fact that there's so many teams clogged up in there, and you have to worry about one of them, and that is Florida right now being on the outside looking in because they're going to make a push.
That's right. And it doesn't matter if they're the 7 or the 2 or the 1 or the 8. You got guys up in the box for 2 months popping, popcorn and waiting, and then they just all come together and they raise the Stanley Cup. I mean, that's what they do. But you're right. Malenstein, Zucker, Benson, all these different guys grinding in the corners. Let's go to the league for a second. You know how I've talked about it for a while. It seems like every year there's another layer of something, greatness, records, young players. It's never been better, right? Here we go again.
It definitely feels that way because we've gotten into a situation where we started the season, and one of the big themes of the season was the fact that we're back to international hockey, best on best, and we're going to see it at the Olympics. And then it was who's going to make Team Canada, and are some of these young guys going to make a push and make it interesting? And that would be Bedard and Celebrini. They both made pushes. Bedard got hurt, and that ultimately cost him going to the Olympics. Macklin Celebrini in San Jose is, in many ways, a young Sidney Crosby, which is an incredible thing to say because Sidney Crosby is a top 5 player all time.
Yeah.
That is who Macklin Celebrini is right now.
So,
and I love the fact that he went to the World Championships with Team Canada and got to play with Crosby, got to see him day in, day out, what he does, the work he puts in, how he goes about his process, and now he's brought that back to San Jose. San Jose has got a chance to make the playoffs this year, and then they have a chance to make the playoffs from this point on because they have Macklin Celebrini. They have a lot of young talent around him, but I think having him at the core, having a guy that can change a game and work a game from different angles, the way Sidney Crosby was able to do for and still is able to do somehow at this age uh, is an unbelievable thing. So you're talking about a generational talent already in that era. You have Leo Carlson, who's he's been banged up a little bit for Anaheim, but I think he's that good. He's the type of guy who can compete for a scoring title in Anaheim. You obviously have Connor Bedard, who I think, when healthy, I mean, it's hard to believe. Like, the Chicago Blackhawks were right there with San Jose, one of the worst teams in hockey last year. When Bedard was healthy, they were on the fringe of playoffs in a very difficult Western Conference. So the fact that he has elevated his game to that level, and the weird thing about Bedard is we watched him last year, and the biggest thing we took away was, we know he's not very big. He's got this great shot, but he had really a lot of problems separating. He just didn't seem to have the speed. He came back faster in a way that I don't think I've ever seen a player just come back faster. We don't see that in pro sports, where a guy just returns the next year and suddenly has like 3 extra gears to go to. He put in a ton of work. He looks great. There is so much youth and talent in this league right now. And I would say, selfishly, I will get to him last, Matthew Schaefer on Long Island. We don't see 18-year-old D-men come in, eat the amount of minutes that he eats, important minutes while you're pushing for the playoffs, be on the power play, kill penalties, have to be the guy who is essentially the engine offensively when Bo Horvat goes down, and do what he does. He is a different level. He is putting himself in that McDavid stratosphere, where coming into the league at 18 and being that type of game changer.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And before I ask my last question, I always find it interesting in the other pro sports leagues. I don't do the NBA, but when you look at, Major League Baseball, NFL, et cetera, and somebody's either in trouble or they get benched or there's a head case situation right off the field, a crime or something takes place and they're 18 or 20 or, well, they're young. You never know. In the NHL, these guys are coming in at 17, 18, 19. They're hitting it. Their bodies, disciplined, no drinking, diet, and they're mature as all get out. The Schaefer, Celebrinis, Bedards, and they're taking it seriously. Like, they've been in the league 5 to 8 years, and they're setting an example that we've never seen before. And you go around, and none of these guys are also in trouble. So all that stuff with the pro sports guy, and get even like a Keon Coleman this year with discipline issues in Buffalo. I hear from people, well, get off his case. That stuff even doesn't happen in the NHL that much. So I just wicked hat tip to all those young players every year, because not only they come in and they're young, they come from all over the world, whether it's OHL, all these Canadian junior leagues, the Swedish elite league, wherever, college, they come in and they dominate a lot of these guys. And it's so, so impressive. Quick minute I got left. Hit me with anything. We got the Olympics coming up, which is wild already. And obviously these rosters are pretty much loaded. Canada's at the top. They're the favorite, duh. But do you have anything else that maybe people don't know about that pops?
Well, listen, I would say right away, this is the best U.S. team you've ever seen.
Okay. Ever.
Anyone has ever seen. The best team. I mean, we are leaving off this team 2 of the top scorers in the league in Jason Robertson. You have DeBrincat up there, and certainly you have Cole Caulfield. 3 of the best scorers. Cole Caulfield's right at the top too. So you're leaving them off, and you're not really that concerned because you have the talent around you. So there's more pressure on this U.S. team to win gold than ever before. And they know they have to deliver. My big thing is, I came into the year looking at the goalies, obviously a big strength for Team USA, especially when you compare them to Team Canada. There was a 3-way race there. I had it as, I would have put Ottinger first. I would have put Hellebuck second off of that MVP, despite it probably took a hit because of the playoffs. And then I would have put Swayman third. I think I have it very differently now. I think Swayman starts. Wow. I really do. I think he has played his way into it this year. The Boston Bruins are red hot. He is a big part of that. I want a goalie who is confident, who is playing great hockey, who is playing winning hockey right now, and I can just put him right in. And listen, if you have to adjust after that, it is fine. But I think Jeremy Swayman should be the starting goalie for Team USA. And right now, anything but gold for Team USA should feel like a disappointment. Go into it and wear that pressure.
So fun having him back. NHL on TNT's Liam McHugh, brought to you by Bern Dairy and Arkavan Adaga here on the ML Sports Platter. Liam, I always enjoy it. Thank you so much.
You're the best, pal. Hey, good luck with the snow.